So my Instagram is Mackie Readings, the same name as my YouTube. It used to be Mackie's Books, but I changed it to match my YouTube. And I started, maybe I should grab my phone. So welcome to my Bookstagram page. It is a bit different than what I have here. I have some more photos in my winter theme, and my follower count is 335, and I'm following 459, and I have 188 posts now. So now I'm just scrolling down to see when my first post was. And Nate is here with me, so you might hear a crabby baby. We'll see. So that at the bottom was my first photo. So crazy. I feel like my style has changed so much since then. And that photo was from March 19th, 2015. And that wasn't my first photo because I deleted a bunch before that. So that's crazy. And now we're just scrolling up through my feed, seeing how it's evolved over time. My very first subscription boxes were Uppercase and Owlcrate. And those, two pictures of Mary are very special to me. If you don't know, I had to put Mary down because she got very sick. So this photo I love a lot. And same with this Valentine's Day one. I put a ton of effort into those ones, and those were like the first two where I actually put a ton of effort in. And then back to just super simple, quick photos. This was technically, I guess, my very first theme, which was my first fall theme. I do like some of these pictures still. I really do. Oh, Reginald. Oh, Ryan, Gwen. So cute. And then I would take pictures and then I would stop for a while. So these are from last winter, I believe. And you can really see the style there is the white fuzzy blanket. And then it transitioned into spring, which is light wood was the background and very bright images. And then it turned into autumn, which was the dark wood and all of the leaves again. And then it turned into this winter, which is dark wood and a gray blanket with cooler tones and bright whites is my current theme. Yeah, so that is my Bookstagram if you want to check it out. I don't have like a ton of followers, so you can choose to take my advice on what I do for my Bookstagram, or you can just leave it. Up to you, but I hope you enjoy this video. Basically, for number one, is I like to have seasonal themes because you can stick with the same theme throughout the seasons, but I kind of get bored of that and I like to switch it up. So I usually like to switch every season. And then for Halloween, I didn't do it this year, but Halloween I might do like special Halloween-y things. And for Christmas, I definitely switch into more of like, I'll do a Christmas specific, well, around Christmas time. Yeah. And I like to keep mine really simple just because normally I don't have uninterrupted time to actually set up photos, so I really need to be quick. That's why some of my photos are on the bookshelf, because I am being swarmed by little children, so it's just easier sometimes to have it on the shelf instead of on the ground, because if it's on the ground it's kind of fair game for them. So number two is props. You don't have to go out and buy certain things for your photos. You can just walk around your neighborhood and pick up leaves off the ground or pine cones up off the ground. Anything you think would look nice in a photo. You can also just wander around your house, find a cup, scarves, pretty much anything that will look nice. A lot of people just take their pictures on their bed, so they have a cozy blanket, their cup of coffee, and the book. And it looks really nice. So you don't have to buy things for your photos. I've bought things And I usually just go to the dollar store. That's where I find the leaves. The little pumpkins were actually from Canadian Tire. It was just a sale after Halloween. So here is just a picture that I'm working on for this video. I am showing you that I have my setup right under a window. It makes the best lighting, and these are some of my props for the fall photos. This is a little pumpkin, and then I have some little pine cones. That set I got from Canadian Tire, and then the leaves I got from the dollar store because you just can't beat that price. So cheap at the dollar store. And yep, and then I'm going to show you a disaster. Here it is, my closet. Yikes! I've cleaned it since this clip, but this is where I keep all of my props, which I have organized. And yep, so I just go in there. Usually I pull the whole thing out when I take pictures, but I guess here I'm just scavenging for items for the picture. Number 3 is bulk photo days. I would highly recommend this, especially if you want to post every single day. It's hard to take photos every single day, especially if you do a lot of setup. Then you have to do a lot of takedown and cleanup. So it's much nicer to just do a week or two worth of photos in one day. That way you're not stressed about trying to get photos done, editing it, and posting it all in one day, unless you like doing that. But I don't, so I like to bulk photos and then upload it throughout the week. Number 4, use good lighting. My overhead lighting is fine for filming. It's actually quite nice right now. But for photos, it casts a lot of shadows because we have 4 pod lights. And it does cast a lot of shadows, so you have to be careful when you're taking the picture you're not having an obvious phone over it, because a phone shadow won't look really nice. Sometimes I get in really weird, awkward positions to try and avoid casting a shadow, or today I have it set up directly underneath my window and then I just turn off the lights when I take the picture, or just move around until there's no shadow. You could also use the shadows to make really good effects. So either shadows will hurt your picture, or you could use it to your benefit and make a really cool picture. Number 5, look for inspiration, but do not copy. So there's a ton of amazing Bookstagram accounts? Yeah, Bookstagram accounts out there, and they're so inspiring, but it's important to get inspired, but not copy the exact picture, because that's not very good. There was an instance, I can't remember exactly, a Bookstagrammer accused another one of copying their style, but that other Bookstagrammer has had that style for so long. There's really a lot of overlap in styles, so I wouldn't be worried about it. You know, like there's a lot of Bookstagrammers that have a bright white theme, so by doing a bright white theme, you're not really copying anyone. Like a lot of people have that theme. Number 6 is the description. Yes, so I am bad at writing a description. Just make sure you use hashtags. I think you can use up to 30. There's a lot of things around hashtags, so if you want to utilize that, I would recommend you really look into it, because there's some that are banned or something. If you use them, your photo won't show up anywhere, so check ahead of time maybe if your hashtags are working, so your photo will actually be viewed. And it's also important to not use the same hashtags for every single photo, because if you keep using the hashtag over and over and over and over, Instagram, I guess, will think you're spamming, so then your photo also won't show up. Yeah, so have some that you alternate through, so you're not always using the exact same ones. And for the description, it's always important to put in a question or something that engages your viewers, and so they'll comment, they'll want to start a conversation on your post. And I'm not always the best at that. I try. And make sure you actually respond right away. I forget to respond, but I usually go over every week and do like a responding day on YouTube and Instagram. And number 7, the last one, isn't something you really need to do, but if you're part of like a group where you share your photo to and then people like it, you can do that as well. That way because if your photo gets likes right as you post it, I think Instagram, the algorithm, will view it as something that is better, so it'll spread it out more, I believe. So yes, those are all the things I do when I take and post Bookstagram photos. So I have a list here of things I need to do today. I'm on book photos. I'm still taking Owlcrate challenge. I'm still at the first one, so I have a lot to do today. Yep, and I have it up here, and I'm on my last photo for it, which is magnetic bookmarks and sci-fi reads. So if you come over here, this is the start of my setup. I have these stars I still need to add in, and then for my fall theme I'm using leaves and pumpkins, and I really like this thing. So I'm going to add some sci-fi books to the side. These are the Owlcrate books, and then those are the highlighted item, which is the magnets. So these are the final photos that I got from that day. I was able to get even more than this, which was really nice, because if I make a huge mess, it's really nice when I'm able to get more than one picture. The bottom right one with Saga is the one that I was working on for this video, and I'm happy with how it turned out. It took me a few attempts moving things around, but I'm happy with the final product.